Now, I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey, and I gotta put my brother Steve on the list. Steve, do you know how hurt I was?
For years, 50 Cent and Oprah have been simmering in a simmering feud, but things are heating up quickly. 50 is making some serious allegations about Oprah exploiting black actresses who work with her, and he's linking it to her close ally, Steve Harvey. While it's been clear that both Oprah and Steve have built their own empires, the nature of their relationship and what happens behind the scenes has rarely been questioned. It seems that Harvey has been following Oprah's lead to keep other talents in check. 50 has hinted at this situation, so stay tuned as we break down the entire drama for you. 50 Cent is going after Steve Harvey for allegedly letting Oprah use him to blacklist Taraji P. Henson after she spoke out about her negative experiences with Oprah on the set of The Color Purple. This situation is turning into a major scandal, as reports suggest Oprah got upset with Taraji for supposedly spreading negativity, which she blames for the film's lackluster performance at the box office. While 50 Cent is often seen as a professional troll, he's also known for standing up for what's right. He's not here for Oprah repeating the same tactics she used against Monique, and he's determined to expose how Steve is being used to carry out her vendetta against Taraji. Unfortunately, it appears Oprah's alleged plan to blacklist Taraji is already taking effect, with studios reportedly pulling her from various projects, leaving her struggling to find work. But 50 isn't backing down. He claims to have proof of Oprah's supposed malicious agenda, and he's ready to reveal it to the public if necessary, potentially putting her career on the line. The big questions remain. Is Oprah truly trying to sabotage Taraji's career over her comments during the Color Purple press tour? And did she really enlist Steve Harvey to help execute her plan? As a black woman, Taraji knows all too well the struggle for fair treatment in the industry. She reflects on the reality of having to work harder for half the pay she deserves, making it difficult to balance her career. It's a slap in my face when people say, "Oh, you work all the time." Well, I have to because the math ain't mathing. I wish I could do 2 films a year and then relax the rest of the time. I wish I had it like that, she shares. Taraji P. Henson explained that her busy schedule isn't just for show, it's a necessity. "Because you see me working so much, I have to. Big bills come with this," she said. "We do okay, but I don't do this alone. It takes a team, and they want to get paid for their work, as they should." Taraji highlighted a crucial point that many may overlook: the financial breakdown behind those impressive salary figures. "When you hear somebody made $10 million on a movie, just know Uncle Sam is taking 50% right off the top," she explained. "Then you have to pay 30% or however much to your team, so you really haven't made $1 million. This stark reality paints a clearer picture of the challenges actors face, even when they appear to be thriving. This struggle resonates deeply with her experience on The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, where she faced the harsh reality of Hollywood's pay disparities. "That story hits so hard because all I was asking for was $500,000, Taraji reflected. "I wasn't trying to take anything from Brad Pitt or Cate Blanchett. They deserve every penny they earn because they worked their asses off for it. I worked my ass off too." At that time, she felt powerless to negotiate. "I couldn't say no, because they would have just moved on to the next actress," she admitted. "I had to check my ego every day on that set. It was tough because it would rise up in me." Recently, Taraji found herself in the headlines again due to some explosive comments she made during the press tour for The Color Purple. Typically, movie press tours focus on promoting the film and generating excitement, so many felt she was out of line for airing her grievances publicly. Some believed she should have waited until the film had a chance to break even before addressing the industry's problems. But it's clear that Taraji had been carrying a heavy emotional burden for years, feeling mistreated and underpaid in an industry that often overlooks black talent. When she finally had the chance to speak her mind, it was as if all those bottled-up emotions poured out at once. It all began with Taraji P. Henson's revealing interview with SAG-AFTRA, where she candidly shared her frustrations about stagnant pay in her career. "I haven't seen a rise in my paycheck since Proud Mary," she confessed, emphasizing the disheartening reality for many actors. For those who've seen Proud Mary, it's clear that Taraji delivered a powerhouse performance, embodying her character with such intensity and skill that it should have paved the way for her to command a higher salary. Yet, despite her undeniable talent, the industry has continued to undervalue her contributions. Taraji recounted a particularly disappointing experience when she was cast in The Color Purple. The offer she received was not only low, but downright insulting. "It's heartbreaking," she said. "Black women have the same story. It breaks my heart. After 20-plus years in the game, it feels like every time you achieve something incredible, the industry dismisses it as a fluke. They're like, oh, that was just a one-time thing." In her passionate discussion, she expressed her anger and determination. "Where's my raise? I almost had to walk away from The Color Purple." She felt the weight of responsibility for her fellow artists, asking herself, "If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easier for Fantasia, Danielle, Hai, and Felicia? Why am I doing this if it's all just for me?" Her words reflect a broader commitment to uplifting her community. "We are here to service each other," she stated, recognizing the importance of solidarity among Black women in the industry. Taraji also emphasized a spiritual perspective on their shared journey. "God is very clever. He put us on this earth and made us all look different. He made it complicated," she explained, calling for unity and collective strength. "We need to figure it out, and we can. We are capable of so much." She urged others to adopt a positive mindset, encouraging them to look at the glass half full. It's always half full. Taraji P. Henson passionately addressed the urgent need for actresses in her position to stand up for themselves and their peers. She emphasized that if those who have already faced the harsh realities of the industry remain silent, younger actresses will inevitably endure the same struggles. This conversation resonated widely, with notable figures like Viola Davis joining in to shed light on their own experiences. Viola revealed her frustration at being underpaid despite her extensive achievements, noting that her pay still falls significantly short compared to her male and white female counterparts. "What they're getting paid, which is half of what a man is getting paid. Well, we get probably a tenth of what a Caucasian woman gets, and I'm number one on the call sheet," she stated. Viola's words reflect the daily struggles she faces to advocate for her worth. "Then I have to go in and hustle for my worth," she explained, stressing that her demands for fair compensation stem from her extensive experience and accomplishments. "Listen, I have more than a 30-year professional career." She recounted a conversation with a friend who attempted to downplay her struggles by saying her career was superior to his. Viola retorted, "Yeah, but you can't compare me to you." Viola detailed her impressive resume, mentioning her accolades. "I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys." She highlighted her versatility, saying, "I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, I've done film, I've done all of it." Despite this, she lamented the glaring gap between her career and those of her peers, specifically referencing acclaimed actresses like Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, and Sigourney Weaver, who share similar educational backgrounds and career trajectories. "I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, and Sigourney Weaver," she said, yet added, "They all came out of Yale, they came out of Juilliard, they came out of NYU." Viola pointed out that despite her achievements, she remains nowhere near them, not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. Despite having a talented team of agents who are working hard to advocate for her, Taraji P. Henson shared the harsh reality of her experiences in the industry. "And yet I have to constantly get on that phone," she explained. "People often praise her by saying, You're a black Meryl Streep. You are. And we love you. We love you. But she finds that praise hollow when it doesn't translate into appropriate pay. There is no one like you, they tell her, which raises an important question. Okay then, if there's no one like me, you think I'm worth it? You pay me what I'm worth, you give me what I'm worth. Taraji's frustrations resonate with other actresses like Gabrielle Union, who echoed her sentiments by sharing her own struggles with being underpaid and overworked in the industry. Keke Palmer also joined the conversation, commenting on Instagram that, like Taraji, she has a dedicated team behind the scenes that she must compensate before she sees her share. The entertainment industry is just like any other industry. We run businesses to keep our brands afloat, Keke noted, highlighting that the stars themselves are the brand or business. This means that the expenses related to maintaining their careers and teams can significantly diminish the seemingly large paychecks they receive. In fact, it's a reality captured perfectly by Biggie's famous line, "More money, more problems." During a heartfelt interview with Gayle King, Taraji broke down in tears as she articulated the immense pressure she feels due to low pay despite her hard work. "The reason why I worked so hard was that I got paid so little, and the math ain't mathing," she confessed. Her emotional vulnerability struck a chord with viewers, many of whom were surprised by the depth of her struggles. Rumors had begun circulating that she was even contemplating stepping away from acting altogether. "I heard on the street, Taj, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?" Taraji responded, I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, and getting paid a fraction of the cost." As the conversation progressed, some fans noticed Gayle attempting to steer the discussion away from potentially sensitive topics, perhaps to avoid Taraji speaking negatively about her friend Oprah. This desire to protect the narrative highlights the underlying tension that has been simmering between Taraji and Oprah, especially since the press tour for The Color Purple began. Reports suggest that not only was Taraji offered a paycheck that she deemed insulting, but she and her fellow cast members also experienced harsh treatment during filming. Fantasia and Danielle Brooks have revealed the extent of this mistreatment, stating that they were denied their own dressing rooms and forced to share a cramped space while on set. They were even reportedly deprived of proper meals during long workdays. Taraji's frustration grew when she decided to address these issues with Oprah, who was involved in the film's direction. Allegedly, when Taraji raised her concerns, Oprah dismissed her complaints, telling her essentially to get out. At one point during the promotional press run, there were whispers that Oprah was trying to coax Taraji P. Henson into maintaining a positive demeanor despite the brewing discontent. "Did you think you could escape? I can't see a thing. Can anybody see anything?" Taraji was reportedly frustrated with the situation, voicing her feelings as the press events unfolded, saying, "Here we go. Where are we looking? We're starting right down here, okay? Everybody right down here, and now we're going to go all the way around." Despite the star-studded cast, which included the likes of Whoopi Goldberg, Halle Bailey, and Coleman Domingo, the film's disappointing box office performance took many by surprise. With a production budget exceeding $100 million, The Color Purple has only managed to gross around $58 million, a staggering underperformance considering the expectations set by the marketing campaign. What's more, a significant portion of that earnings won't even go to the producers. Over half of the revenue will be siphoned off by the theaters that screened the film. This grim financial outlook forced the film's team to make a swift pivot, releasing it for streaming almost immediately in a desperate attempt to recoup losses. Interestingly, audience reactions were favorable, with many viewers praising the performances and even rating it higher than the original Broadway musical it was adapted from. So why the disconnect? Rumors circulated that Taraji's candid comments regarding Oprah's treatment of her during filming played a significant role in a backlash against the movie, leading to some fans boycotting it. Amidst all this, Oprah's frustration grew, not only because the film was underperforming, but also because she had invested significant hopes in it. The movie was envisioned as Harpo Studios' golden ticket to financial success, a project that would not only generate revenue, but also position Oprah for future endeavors. Major award nominations and wins were expected, with the success of The Color Purple seen as pivotal for securing funding for upcoming projects. Now, with the film floundering at the box office, sources allege that Oprah is attempting to distance herself from Taraji, reportedly even trying to blacklist her in a manner reminiscent of the fallout she had with Monique. In case anyone needs a refresher, Monique's tumultuous relationship with Oprah Winfrey began in 2009 during the production of Precious. Oprah, who co-produced the critically acclaimed film, paid Monique just $50,000 for her pivotal role. Despite the modest paycheck, Monique accepted the part, believing it would enhance her career trajectory. Her instincts proved correct as she went on to win numerous prestigious awards for her performance, including an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. However, the relationship soured significantly when Oprah asked Monique to participate in an unpaid promotional tour for the film. Monique, asserting her worth and setting a boundary, declined the request. Allegedly, Oprah did not take kindly to this refusal and began to spread rumors about Monique being difficult to work with. This led to a domino effect, causing major studios to shy away from her, pulling offers left and right and even canceling projects that were already in the works. The fallout was so severe that Monique's career never truly recovered, despite her earlier successes. Years later, director Lee Daniels publicly apologized to Monique and confirmed that she had indeed been blackballed for refusing to play along with the industry's demands. While Monique was left to navigate the fallout of her professional relationships, one figure who stood firmly in her corner was 50 Cent. When he learned about the blackballing, he stepped up to support her, promoting her comedy shows and advocating for her to regain her footing in the industry. 50 Cent even cast Monique in his hit series Black Mafia Family, illustrating his commitment to helping her rebuild her career. Their support for each other is noteworthy, especially considering 50 Cent's long-standing beef with Oprah. The animosity reportedly began when Oprah refused to host him on her show, deeming his music too violent. In typical 50 Cent fashion, he didn't hold back. He even named his dog Oprah as a nod to their contentious relationship. Now, in the wake of Taraji P. Henson's own struggles with The Color Purple, 50 Cent has resurfaced as a vocal supporter once again. He perceives the parallels between Taraji's situation and Monique's experience as history repeating itself. In a show of solidarity, 50 Cent shared a post highlighting how he played a crucial role in elevating Mary J. Blige to one of the highest-paid black actresses in the industry for her work in his series Ghost, where she earned a staggering $400,000 per episode. 50 Cent escalated the situation dramatically when he began hinting at exposing Steve Harvey for allegedly assisting Oprah in her efforts to blacklist Taraji P. Henson. Steve Harvey's history in the entertainment industry includes a troubling pattern of undermining those he perceives as threats. A notable example is his contentious relationship with Bernie Mac. Fueled by jealousy, Harvey attempted to sabotage Mac's career, which left a sour taste in the mouths of many who witnessed the rivalry. Moreover, Steve Harvey has faced significant criticism for perpetuating harmful stereotypes about black people through his platform. Comedian Cat Williams once accused him of pressuring Cedric the Entertainer to don a dress for a comedy sketch, fully aware of Hollywood's problematic trend of emasculating black men by forcing them into such roles. Harvey's actions have earned him accusations of being a sellout and a purveyor of black caricatures. In a striking moment, he infamously told Monique to sell out on his show after she called him out for failing to support her during her conflict with Oprah, despite knowing she was justified in her grievances. Given this backdrop, it isn't surprising that Oprah would turn to Steve for help in sidelining Taraji. Their history suggests a willingness to collaborate in suppressing voices that challenge the status quo. However, in a surprising twist, Taraji recently performed an apparent about-face, publicly praising Oprah as if she were a paragon of virtue. In a statement, she declared, "Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all of the cast of The Color Purple. She has provided encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support to us all. She told me personally to reach out to her for anything I needed, and I did. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do." Taraji has always been known for her authenticity and her willingness to speak out about industry injustices, making this sudden shift feel insincere to many. The sentiment among fans indicates a growing frustration with Oprah's seemingly manipulative tactics, as they have watched her navigate relationships within the industry for decades, often at the expense of Black individuals. The tide seems to be turning, with many within the Black community expressing their disappointment in Oprah's actions over the years, viewing her as out of touch with the struggles faced by her own people. As one critic succinctly put it, "Oprah has not been nice to Black people, period, whether women or men. Her reputation has suffered in the Black community for a long time." In a culture where authenticity and solidarity are prized, the backlash against Oprah highlights a collective weariness with her legacy, echoing sentiments from figures like Gomer Pyle, who would shake his head and lament, "Shame, shame, shame." It's evident that 50 Cent's vocal support for Taraji resonates with a growing number of fans who are ready to hold powerful figures accountable for their actions and demand change within the industry.